Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fandom Fights. We are here for a team's title match. I am Tim. That is Nick. This is so exciting. Duel of the Fates, Rule of Two. Star Wars names win belts, Nick. What can I say? How do you feel about this matchup? This is the team like Duel of the Fates, crushing it. Rule of Two, debut team this year. What do you think, Nick?
I'm very excited, Tim. Duel of the Fates found themselves in their first title challenge ever 1 year ago today. They did what Rule of Two seems to be doing now, where they were the rookie team. They went 3-0. They beat a team that was a seasoned, very good team who has either held the belt before or went on to eventually hold the belt. Huge upset in the contender match, and then they took a very good team 5 rounds. And Rule of Two is a bit different because Tyler and Brittany were both very much rookies in terms of teams at that point in time, whereas Rule of Two has a former champion on him on the team. That could very well be the difference maker. Kaiser in his first title appearance ever is very exciting. That definitely shouldn't be overlooked because the dude's got the stat to compete for titles. It's just taken him a little bit longer to do it. So anything could really happen, Tim. I'm just mostly excited that both of these teams' shorthand names rhyme. Duel versus Rule.
Nice. All right. Well, enough from us because you don't want to hear us. You want to hear the teams. So let's go talk to them right now in the promos.
All right. Well, this is familiar territory for some of us in fandom in general. It is the second time that a Phoenix Club team has faced a Fun DMC team for the team's title, but today we're looking to change the outcome and I think we can do it because you guys have been absolutely fantastic in the lead up to this, beating some incredibly formidable competition, particularly your last 2 matches. And I think as great as Brittany and Tyler are, I don't think that you guys are intimidated coming into this. You guys have put in the work. You guys have been great individually and in teams this year. And I know you guys belong. So I want to see, how are you guys feeling coming into this?
Well, when Kaiser and I found out what track we were on, I told the people in the faction that I considered the lead up, the 3 matches to the title, the tripod of sadness. And we had to kick out 3 legs in order to reach the ultimate goal. We kicked out 2 of them. Now the most sinister and formidable leg is left standing. So we just got to make sure we have our ironclad boots on and that we kick with enough force. That's what I'm hoping for today.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that we do well. It's my first title match, so trying out new things. Hopefully, Cody is like, nah, I'm sick of winning titles, and just hands a title over to us. That would be nice, but
Let's kick this pig, as our dear friend always says.
Yeah.
Second time we're facing a Fun DMZ team, and we're hoping for the same result. Maybe a little bit better than we played last time. But no, you guys have a goal. Finish the goal. Let's play.
Hey, Nick, we're back. What'd you think of the promos?
Great, Tim. Robert, very good at metaphors. Talking about boots and legs and whatnot. Duel of the Fates, short and sweet. I'm just excited, Tim. Let's get into it.
I don't know about sweet, but it was short. Let's get into it, starting with round number 1. Nick, how's that going to work today?
Guess I'll do it sweetly or not, whatever. Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions to round Fandom Fights. Each individual player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pins down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each team will have 4 repeats, 1 challenge for this here title match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1?
Nope.
No, just congrats everyone on life,
Yeah.
Great. I like it. Nick, what's question 1?
Your first question comes in the category of Marvel. And the question is, what is the name of Magneto's daughter who dies in X-Men Apocalypse? Just need first name.
Wouldn't her last name be Magneto? You like that one name? My wife hates me, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Brittany.
I said Nina.
Let's go to Robert.
I had no idea, and I said Lilith.
Let's go to Tyler.
Yeah, I got it wrong. I said Mags.
And Kaiser.
I said Mary.
One person has it correct. It is Brittany. Nina is the correct
Good job,
answer. So, Duel of the Fates will take the 1-0 lead, and Brittany is the only one to possibly get a perfect round today. So, your next, sorry, Cody, your next question is in the category of YA. Which YA film features performances from Christian Madsen and Ben Lloyd Hughes?
You're really throwing out the P word. One question.
Do you wish you had like a 3 name, like people went like referred to you as like a 3-person, a 3-name thing, like in this question here, like Nicholas J. Twohig?
I mean,
5, 4,
that is my name.
2, 1.
It's also not
Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
I said Twilight Eclipse.
Let's go to Tyler.
I said The Maze Runner.
Let's go to Kaiser.
I said Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2.
And Brittany.
I didn't have the Maze Runner written.
The answer is Divergent. Divergent.
Oh, that's what I had.
So your next question is going to come to you from Nick.
It's going to be in the category of horror icons. And your question is, what is the name of the psychiatric hospital that Michael escapes from in the original Halloween? Oh, or Halloween, as I wrote here.
Yeah.
Wonder what's happening there.
You were rushing. Were you rushing or were you dragging is the real question, though.
One would think that I was dragging.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tyler.
Smith's Grove.
Let's go to Kaiser.
Smith Grove.
Brittany.
Oh, I said Smith Groves. So.
And Robert.
I didn't have Smith's Grove.
Smith's Grove is correct. So we cannot take Brittany's answer. But it is 2-1, Nick. Is that what you have? Duels.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, your next question is in the category of American Spies. Jack Ryan believes that Ramius may be trying to defect, partly because he is not Russian, but instead was born in what country in the hunt for Red October?
Tim, you're going to have to be on pen duty because I am just lagging all over the place.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I can take care of that for you.
Just a little choppy.
5, 4, 3.
I'm going to repeat, please.
All right, that's going to be the first repeat for Rule. Your question again. Jack Ryan believes that Ramius may be trying to defect, partly because he is not Russian, but instead was born in what country in the hunt for Red October? Have you ever been out of this country?
Once I took a boat to another place. And
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of the water, so I wouldn't be able to do that. But
Well, I was on the boat. I wasn't in the water.
2, 1, pens down. Fair. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's go to Kaiser.
Lithuania.
Let's go to Brittany.
Lithuania.
And Robert.
Didn't have Lilith.
And Tyler.
Lithuania.
Lithuania is correct. So it is 4-2. What's next, Nick?
Your fifth question will come in the category of everybody's favorite fandom quotes.
Sweet.
Your question is, which DC character said the quote, "So now we're Mr. Grumpy Pants. You know, you're not the only one who got shot today."
Sounds like a rough day for this group of people. I had a rough day earlier today because Bucky decided it would be fun to, while I was mowing the lawn, take a dump right in the spot that I was trying to mow. It was quite upsetting. 5, 4.
Did you mow it or did you?
1, pens down. I mean, eventually. Let's go to Brittany.
No clue. I said Robin.
Let's go to Robert.
Oh, I thought you said actor. I said John Malkovich.
Let's go to Tyler.
I said Jensen.
And Kaiser.
I would say Robin.
Jensen is
Oh my god.
Good call. Jesus.
Tyler hitting that, making it 5-2. Your next question is in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Alien vs. Predator? An underrated classic, I might add.
This movie sucks.
That's no fun. You're no fun.
Why am I? No, it's bad. I don't want to talk
It's a
about
great film.
I don't want to talk about the movie in case people are like, "What this movie?"
One pens down. Let's go to Robert.
I said Brian Tyler.
Let's go to Tyler.
I also said Brian Tyler.
Let's go to Kaiser.
Nope.
And Brittany.
Said Harold Clauser.
Harold. Can we take that, Nick? Harold Clauser?
Yeah.
Okay, Harold Clauser is correct.
I think Brian Tyler's Requiem, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I was
All
Sounds
right.
bad.
So what's next, Nick?
Your next question comes in the category of DreamWorks animation. Which DreamWorks film features the characters Tuya, Miriam, and Jethro?
Thinking about naming my daughter Jethro.
You should.
Middle name Gibbs.
Middle name Tom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tyler.
I said Prince of Egypt.
Let's go to Kaiser.
The Prince of Egypt.
Brittany.
The Prince of Egypt.
And Robert.
No, I love this game.
The Prince of Egypt is correct.
Calm down. Calm down.
Your next question is in the category of Star Wars. Who is the only character to visit the following 3 locations? Endor, Mustafar, and Dagobah.
In a Star Wars film.
Yes. Not gonna lie, I told you this question. I didn't know you wrote it down anywhere. I wrote it in another match, so I'm gonna have to go in and delete that. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Kaiser.
R2D2.
Let's go to Brittany.
Good. Yeah, I said Anakin.
And Robert.
I said Darth Vader.
And Tyler.
I said Obi-Wan Kenobi.
R2D2 is the correct one.
Cool.
Kaiser
Forget
will
about
hit
the droids.
that one as we get into the next question. What is it, Nick?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of the worlds of DC. Your question is: what is the formal name of the Suicide Squad team in 2016's Suicide Squad?
What is that? What's going on there? Is that a song?
Bo Burnham sings a song where he gets all serious and then quiet, and then it's quiet, and he just goes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pens down. Let's go to Brittany.
Task Force X.
Robert.
Hey, I'm on the board. Wonderful. Task Force X.
And Tyler.
Task Force X.
And Kaiser.
Task Force X.
That is correct. So Nick, going into the final question, I have the score 10-6.
Yes, Tim.
All right. Your final question is in the category of, it's my favorite. It's Jimmy B, James Bond. And your question is, how specifically does Bond kill Locke in For Your Eyes Only? You hit enter really fast there, huh? Oh, that was great. I was like, I'll figure it out.
Nah,
Red's a good color on you.
thanks.
Yeah, highlights are weird.
Brings out my evil.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Robert.
Throws a knife at him.
Let's go to Tyler.
I said shoots with harpoon.
Let's go to Kaiser.
I say throws out of a window.
And Brittany.
I also said throws him out a window.
All incorrect. We were looking for pushes his car off of a cliff. Car.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So at the end of round number 1, Duel is in the lead 10-6.
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, Rule has used 1 repeat. Duel has
That
only
shit
4.
That's correct.
So
Because we're
I
still
I can hear Jake Meltzer. I can hear Jake Meltzer. So whatever is happening, stop it. Okay, so we're gonna get into round number 2. Nick, how's that gonna work?
Well, round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 10 fandom categories on it. No spinners or opponent's choice per request of the champions. Each team will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again. But they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you check down to multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1. And be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are Horror Icons, American Spies, Law and Order, Middle-earth, Marvel, Planet of the Apes, Star Wars, DreamWorks, Scores and Soundtracks, and Pixar. Take it away, Tim.
All right, Duel of the Fates, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer? I'm going to leave your manager backstage as they can talk to you through the call.
We're going to defer.
Okay, so then this is going to be the spin for Rule of 2. I'm also going to be leaving your manager backstage as we can talk to you through the call. It lands on Star Wars. Yep. We will need a decision from the team.
We're keeping it.
Okay. Sounds good. So I will remove the wheel. And Nick, would you please go ahead and give Rule of 2 their questions in Star Wars? Robert and Kaiser, who will be the answer?
Wait. Hold on for a bit. We are discussing who to take it. So yeah.
You're what?
All right, Rule of 2, I will be giving you your questions in the category of Star Wars, fittingly, because the team names and whatnot. All right, your first question. Which Star Wars film features a character who killed the bounty hunter Aura Singh?
Five, 4.
Solo, a Star Wars story.
Fine. Do we need?
We need final answer.
Final answer. Sorry.
I know. I see.
We accept that for 2 points. We didn't make that clear, so that's. All right, Rule of 2, your second question. Which Clone Wars movie actor voices Admiral Akbar in The Last Jedi?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, James Arnold Taylor, B, Tom Kane, C, D, Bradley Baker, or D, Matt Lanter?
Five, 4, 3.
I'm not
Can we hear the options again, please?
You may. Yep, the options again are A, James Arnold Taylor, B, Tom Kane, C, D, Bradley Baker, or D, Matt Lanter?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
We'll say Matt Lanter, final answer.
That is incorrect. Duel of the Fates, chance for a 1-point steal. Your options again are A, James Arnold Taylor, B, Tom Kane, C, D, Bradley Baker, or D, Matt Lanter.
We're going to go with Tom Kane. B. Final answer. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I did it too.
Tom Kane is correct for a 1-point steal. All right. Rule of 2, your third question. In Attack of the Clones, who jumps out of a window to chase after the droid that deposited poison slugs in Padme's room?
Obi-Wan Kenobi, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. What specific order does General Draven secretly give to Cassian just before he, Jin, and K2 leave the Rebel base at the beginning of Rogue One?
Five, 4, 3.
To kill Galen Erso, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And your
And the
final
lead.
question. Oh, and the lead, yes, correct. Your final question. Lando is promoted to general in Return of the Jedi because someone heard about his maneuver at which battle?
The Battle of Tanab, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. The end of Rule of 2 is round 2.
All right, so they get their total up to 14 with the steal. Duel is at 11. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, let's bring back the wheel, and we will spin for Duel of the Fates. So the wheel is up. Nick, go for it.
All right. Land on Pixar.
We're going to keep it.
Okay. All right, Duel of the Fates. I'll be giving you your questions in Pixar. Are you ready? Okay. And who's going to be the answerer for you guys? Sorry, Brittany. Okay. All right, your first question. Which Pixar film features the characters Fury, Dream Crusher, and Debbie?
The Good Dinosaur, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who voices Tank Gang member Bubbles in Finding Nemo?
Stephen Root, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And the lead. Your third question. In Toy Story 3, what specifically do the toys use to escape the garbage bag on the curb?
Rex's tail, final answer. Tip of.
That is correct.
Yeah.
For 2 more points. All right. Your fourth question. In Ratatouille, after Skinner is pitched a line of Chinese food, he suggests what specific type of food as the next frozen Gusto treat? 5.
We'll take multiple for this one, please.
All right. Your options are A, taquitos, B, corn dogs, C, crab rangoons, or D, chicken nuggets.
We're gonna go with B as in boy. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question in Pixar. In Soul, what is the name of the sign twirler who sails a ship through the astral plane and leads a group who rescues lost souls?
Do you need full name or first name?
I believe it's just his first name that we're looking
Okay.
for.
Okay. Moonwind. Final answer.
That is what we were looking for, yes. I didn't know if it was like first name Moon, last name Wind or something, but yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
Moonwind is,
Yeah. Okay.
Moonwind is what we were looking for, so that is correct for 2 points. So with that, Nick, I have Duel getting their total up to 20.
That's what I have as well, Tim.
Okay, and Rule follows behind with 14. So it's a 6-point game going into the third round. How's this third round going to work, Nick?
Round number 3 is the filmography round. We have 3 questions for each team, each valued at 1, 2, and 3 points apiece. The question will give 2 clues from 2 different fandom films, all pointing to a different to a fandom actor or actress. If the player gets the actor or actress correct, they will receive the concurrent amount of points. One player will take the 1 point, another player will take the 2 point, and teams can confer on the 3-point question. Teams, any questions as we get into round number 3?
No.
Okay. All right, so Duel, you're in the lead. Do you want your questions from set 1 or set 2?
Take set 2.
Okay. And we're going to go with rule of 2 first. I'm going to be giving you guys your questions. Who is taking the 1 point question?
I'm going to take the 1 point right.
Okay. So, Kaiser, I will give you your 1 point question in set 1. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Your 1 pointer in set 1. Who plays an American spy and voices a DreamWorks horse?
Matt Damon.
That is correct for 1 point.
We were just gearing up for a Matt Damon question, so you could do that.
All right, Robert, we will move on to you for your 2-pointer in the filmography round. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, your question. Who plays a child victim of Michael Myers and voices a Disney animated treasure hunter? Five. 4.
Repeat.
All right, that is your second repeat. Who plays a child victim of Michael Myers and voices a Disney animated treasure hunter?
Daniel Harris.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so rule of 2, we will move on to your 3-point question. You can work together on this one. You do not need to be in your Skype call. You can talk together here in the StreamYard. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, your 3-point question. Who plays a Marvel doctor and a DC politician?
Is it Tim Robbins? Is he a doctor in Howard the Duck?
Yes, I think technically. I don't think of any other DC politicians, so if you want to go with Tim Robbins, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, let's go.
Tim Robbins, final answer.
We're going to say that is incorrect. The correct answer we had was Julian McMahon. But if
bring Jack in, please.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that Tim Robbins should technically also count because
Yeah,
I mean, he's like a scientist, right? And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
is he like a doctor, like as a scientist? Because like, and then obviously with Green Lantern, I think he is also an acceptable answer.
Okay.
And also considering where we're at, I think it's worth trying to fight points.
Yeah.
Even
And then if they
I think we have a real
even if they want to go for Julian McMahon, Doctor Doom is not like a real doctor too. Like he's not. He's a scientist.
I think that Tim Robbins is also an acceptable answer. So
Yes.
we're challenging on that.
Yeah.
We'll be right
Yeah.
back after this chat.
All right, we're back with a challenge. We took a look at it. Tim Robbins' character in Howard the Duck is not a doctor, so unfortunately that answer does not count, and so we cannot give Rule of 2 points. They do lose their challenge, but they still have 2 repeats remaining, and they get their total up to 15 for round number 3 as we move over to Duels round number 3. So, Nick, you want to go ahead and start them off?
Gladly. Duel of the Fates, who will be taking the 1 point question?
Oh, well.
All right, Tyler, your question for 1 point. Who plays a Star Wars Supreme Leader and a Planet of the Apes ape?
Andy Serkis.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Brittany, will move to you for the 2 point question. And here it is. Who plays a YA main hero and voices a live action Transformer?
Dylan O'Brien.
That is correct for 2 points. And Duel of the Fates, you can confer on this 3 point question. Your question is, who plays a James Bond orphan and an MCU assassin?
MCU assassin, James Bond orphan.
Is that? No, that wouldn't be Dave Bautista, right?
No. Christoph Waltz. Who else is orphans?
5, 4.
Please repeat here.
Okay.
Repeat the question.
All right, there's your first repeat.
Yep, the question again. Who plays a James Bond orphan and an MCU assassin?
Javier Bardem. What's the orphans? Shelio, Sean Bean. Famke. MCU Assassins. Elena. Oh, Olga Kurylenko. Final answer.
That is correct for 3 big.
Wow.
I'm sorry. What was the answer?
Got too excited.
Sorry.
Olga Kurylenko was the answer.
Oh my
Sorry,
God! Good
Tyler,
job. No, I don't care.
I just got it last second. Like, that's Vesker. Frank.
Oh my
All
God!
right,
Good job.
so,
Okay.
Duel gets their total up to 26.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna move into the round 4, the deep cut round. Nick, how's that gonna work?
Round 4, the deep cut round, we have 10 films from the realm of fandom fights, each drafted in one way or another by the teams you see before you. We will spin this wheel 5 times to get 5 questions from the films. Like I said, each question has been written at a deep cut level, and each question will be worth 2 points apiece. Teams can confer on all questions in round number 4. Any questions as we get into round number 4? Great. Pause, because I didn't share this wheel yet. All right, your movies on the wheel, the deep cut wheel, this here match are as follows. Shazam, Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Eternals, The World Is Not Enough, How to Train Your Dragon 2, The Death Cure, Hercules, The Batman, and Bad Boys 2. Take it away, Tim.
All right, so we are gonna start this off. Again, Duel, you still have your challenge in 3 repeats. Duel, you have 2 repeats left. Let's get into it. Nick, what's the first spin?
Here it is. Lands on Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit.
All right, so I will give you guys your question in Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit. And same answerers for this, Robert and Brittany, yes? Okay. Cool. All right, your question in Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit. What school is Jack at the start of the film? I hate school.
Me too.
Yeah. That's
So
fair. I know. I know, buddy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Duel of the Fates.
You said the London School of Economics.
And rule of 2.
I said the London School of Economics.
Both are correct. So both gain 2 points. Nick, let's bring back the wheel. See what the next spin is.
gladly. Our next spin is as follows. It's on The World Is Not Enough.
All right, Nick, what is the question in The World Is Not Enough?
I'm going to find it. Your question is, how long does Miss King say the pipeline will be upon completion?
I don't know why the wheel magically reappeared, but...
Oh, I thought I was just lagging and the wheel was still there.
No, I took it out and then it like reappeared when I came back from the question doc.
Wild.
It is wild, isn't it? 5, 4, 3,
All of the wild.
2, 1. Pens down. Rule of 2. Let's go to you.
800 miles.
And Duel of the Fates.
We said 300 miles.
800 miles is correct. So rule of 2 cuts into that lead a little bit. It is now 28-19. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, so we'll bring back the wheel for spin number 3. Go ahead, Nick.
T2.
Judgment Day. All right. Guys, your question from T2. What phrase does Sarah carve into the park table with a knife? Don't play with sharp objects, kids.
Tell me what to do.
Okay. I am your elder. You should listen to me. No, Nick, don't! 5,
Tim, why didn't you tell me that would hurt?
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Duel of the Fates.
No fate.
And rule of 2.
No fate.
That is correct. So 21-30. We will bring back the wheel for the 4th spin.
All right, here we go. Hercules.
All right. So, Nick, will you please read the 4th question in Hercules?
Gladly, your question is, what physical activity is Hercules doing when Hades shows up to propose the deal that Hercules give up his strength?
I hate being physical.
That sucks.
I like laying on the couch doing nothing.
I also like that. I'm going to fix this typo that I had.
That's okay. 5.
We're going to use a repeat, please.
All right. That is going to be your second repeat.
Question again. What physical activity is Hercules doing when Hades shows up to propose the deal that Hercules give up his strength? I changed the wrong "the" to that, and now it's even worse.
Oh, Nick, you silly Willy.
Yeah. That's a word.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to rule of 2.
I said lifting weights.
And we'll go to Duel of the Fates.
We said weightlifting.
Both are correct. So 32-23 as we get into the final spin of the deep cut round. Nick, take it away.
Gladly. Here we go. Just want to throw out that was 4 different ones so far. Make it 5.
Eternals. All right.
It happens so often now. It's not special anymore.
I know it's not special anymore at all. Okay. Your 5th question in Eternals. What specifically does Cersei say she can use to make Sprite human? I wish I was human. I'm just a monster.
I'm only human.
I was writing.
When I fall down.
I was writing questions for Hercules today, and Go the Distance came on, and Maggie was triggered. 5,
I'm
4,
on my way.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Duel of the Fates to start.
Said the last of the Unimind energy.
And rule of 2.
I said leftover power from Unimind.
We can accept both of those answers. So 34-25. We still have a game as we get into round number 5. It is the betting round. Nick, how is it going to work?
Round number 5 is the betting round, the usual round 3. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the teams hear the category, they can choose who will take the question. The other player will have to take question number 2. They can reset for questions 3 and 4, and teams can confer on the 5th and final question. Each team will get, once they hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points. Yeah, whatever. On the question, if they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated, or we have reached the end of the match. Teams, any questions as we begin round number 3, 5.
Okay, the first category you can bet points on is DreamWorks Animation. Let's get bets starting with Duel of the Fates. Who's taking it, and how much are you betting?
I'm going to take it for 2.
Okay, and rule of 2, who's taking it, and how much are you betting?
I'm taking for 2.
Okay, your question in the category of DreamWorks Animation. What gift does Snow White give to Fiona at her baby shower in Shrek the Third?
I don't care how far. Somehow I'll be strong.
I know every mile
will be worth my while.
5, 4,
go almost anywhere to find where I belong.
Pens down. Let's start with Kaiser.
I'm going to be generic and say an apple.
And Brittany.
Said a live-in nanny.
And your winners, and still Fandom Fights Teams Champions Duel of the Fates. Nanny was the correct answer. So a final score of 36-23, Nick.
Yes.
Woof. What'd you think?
I think a possibly harder than usual round 1 maybe sets the teams back more than they're used to. It was still a close game coming out of round 1, still a close game coming out of round 2. This honestly feels a lot like the Duel of the Fates versus Wookiee Mistake match from last year, where going into round 5, like Duel of the Fates was like this close to getting knocked out. But not because they played like that much worse throughout the match. It's just in every single round, they were just barely outpaced. That's kind of what Duel of the Fates did to Rule of 2 today. Every single round, they just got a little bit more points than Rule of 2, a little bit more points than Rule of 2, and it just kept adding up. I think Kaiser and Robert should be proud of their performance in their first title match as a team, especially considering the road it took them to get here. I'm sure we will see them back in the title ring, but Duel of the Fates just made quite a big statement going into the summer that they might be the new hot ticket in town, that winning the belt was no fluke, and they are going to try and hold on to it, Tim.
Absolutely. So let's get into post-match interviews. Nick, why don't you take care of that because work is calling.
Oh, fun. Oh, I'll do the people too. Great. Rule of 2. Welcome to the post-match circle. I said it all in the or not all, but I said a lot of it in my little speech there before we just brought you on. But difficult round 1. Both teams were a little behind going into round 2, maybe a little more behind than y'all are used to being. Maybe that had some mental effects on you all, but I think you picked it up in round 2. A little bad luck in round 3. Your head was definitely in the right place, but things like that happen all the time. I think bringing it to round 5 is a testament of itself, considering how good of a team Brittany and Tyler are proving themselves to be. And if there's one thing I know about a team that has Robert Castor on it and Jake Meltzer is involved, it's that you guys may get knocked down, but you can always come back and win again another day. How are you feeling about your first title match as a team? 4-1, not too shabby of a record. But yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to go, Jake? Or do you?
Yeah, I want to say some stuff before Cody comes in and calls you guys trash. I think this was just a colossal fluke. I think the 4 matches preceding this are more indicative of what happened here. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Robert and I's first defense against Knights of Ren this match, where rough round 1 and 3, really good rounds 2 and 4. Like, it's pretty much almost identical to what happened, except this time we're able to actually get to round 5. And I just think that, like, I'm not going to make excuses. Like, we didn't play up to the standard that we had set for these 4 matches. I know Robert is going to beat himself up. I think he would beat himself up even if he played better and we still lost. But I think he's really going to beat himself up now. And I'll let him process this, but I know these guys are going to be back. They are way too good at this game. They got here on merit. They did not get here on past accomplishments. And I think that they will be back. But listen, all credit to Brittany and Tyler. They are a phenomenal team. They earned this defense and then some. Brittany is the Manchester City of fandom. Kaiser knows what I am talking about. An absolute juggernaut, an inevitable existential threat to this game. And Tyler is elite too. And they both showed it today. And I think these guys will bounce back, take a little time to lick our wounds a little bit. But I love these two so much. And I want them to know it. And I want them to know that they're still an elite team.
Can I speak now?
You may.
Yeah.
This is the worst game I've ever played of anything. I feel like absolute trash. You said Cody's going to say we're trash. I was trash today. And I think, I mean, Jake says not to make excuses, but I think this is where life is starting to catch up. And it's starting to impact this as it should, because that's way more important. I think the game's passing me by a little bit. I'm not making an announcement or anything. I'm just saying that I think this was indicative of the game probably passing me by a bit. And Jake's nice enough to say that, we'll be back here, but we won't if I'm going to play like this. Kaiser carried us today. I played like absolute garbage, and I apologize to him that I didn't play better. Period.
The thing is, you will not play like this again. I'm gonna
I don't know.
Ironclad ball locks. You will never play this bad again.
I'm not sure.
Kaiser,
What
are your thoughts on your first title?
Okay. What I would say is, yes, this was by far, like, across our 5 matches, this is like very clearly like our worst performance. But let me just say this: I got here because Robert carried us for 2 straight matches. Like, if you look at, for example, our match against like wrong side of the river, or even against like booking mistake, when it came to like round 3, Robert just straight up just carried us, and that's how we got here. And what I will also say is, me and Robert, we discussed forming last year, and we both kind of knew that life was gonna be hard for us this year, so we probably not gonna make it to even like a title match. So the fact that we even made it here, honestly, I consider it like a huge accomplishment and probably overachievement, because both of us are like really busy people. And also what I would say is, yeah, this is disappointing, but I'm glad that I have my first title experience, and the next time will be better. We will.
Guys, I think if you never watched another Fandom movie again starting today, you still would have the skill and the knowledge to compete at very high levels. Don't let this get you down too much. Lots of teams, lots of players have had rough games and then picked themselves up and gone on and won championships. I don't think you two are any different than that. So congratulations on making it here. It was great. You definitely, there was a lot of good stuff here that I think you all should take home. But we will see you.
Also, congrats, Brittany and Tyler.
Yeah.
Just in case I forgot to say.
Of course,
Absolutely.
my attitude is nothing against them. My attitude is on me, and I can't get past it because I'm a really bad loser. So it's nothing against them.
It's all right. Guys, we will see you again, and we do look forward to it. as we bring in our winners today. Duel of the Fates, defense number 1 in the books. I'm going to set us up different than I just did with them. There we go. It's less. Defense number 1 in the books. As I said, you guys are following a very similar track right now to Wookiee Mistake last year. The parallels have to be pointed out, where they won their belt off of a vacancy, and then they had a first defense against a rookie team, basically on the first question in round number 5, because they just outpaced them a little bit each round. Very good stuff. Wookiee Mistake is considered an amazing team, which should tell you how hard Rule of 2 should be, because they had to beat them to get here. I think this was an excellent first defense. Definitely showed a potential for dominance in this division. How are you all feeling about the win and moving forward into the summer?
I mean, we feel really good. Listen, let's stop this thing, because Jake likes to come on here with losses and say, I'm going to tell these players that they're trash and garbage and awful. No, you guys just had a rough game. It happens to everybody. Like Robert talking about the game passing him by, I do not believe that at all. I believe he'll be right back in this spot at some point. I think he is a great player. He wouldn't have made it here and beat the team before him if it wasn't for us. I just believe, the same reason I believe Knights of Ren, same reason I believe with these two, they play on a different level. They study this game nonstop. They're always in it. They are the most competitive 2 people that I've probably managed besides Nick Twohig ever. Like, they are always on the fandom grind. They're always looking through stuff. They're always trying to improve and get better. And it's tough to play them. Believe me, it's tough to manage them, because sometimes the little tweak I make in their strategy throws them off and makes games closer, which sucks. They're just absolutely fantastic players, and it proved today, and even they didn't even play their best game, which I know is weird, but round 1 was not a round 1 that they would love to ever answer again at this point. So to think about that is they played a bad game too at the start. They just caught fire and continued on through the streak. We messed up in the deep cut round, but we had the room to make that error if we needed to, and that's just the difference in this game. Again, this game, I don't know when this is coming out, so I won't spoil anything. But there are games throughout this season that you can't make up 1 point the entire game, you lose. Like, you need 1 point, and the other person's not missing. It's just you can't play against that. So Kaiser and them will be back. Jake is a great manager. He'll get them ready for the next match. It's just we just play on a different level, and we don't take any opponent. We don't take anybody light. We take them the same strength every time. We just know the stuff that we're supposed to hit, and we hit it. So, again, hats off to them, but we'll be ready for our next defense, because you said dominance, and that's what we're shooting for. If we do not dominate, we're going to be disappointed in ourselves. That's basically as we see it at this point.
Brittany, Tyler, any thoughts?
I'm really proud of how we did. I thought we improved overall. The last time we played, round 1 was a little shaky. The Smith roves and take erasing divergent, just things I don't usually do. I think nerves kind of played into it for me a little bit. But then to come back with that Olga Kurylenko pull last second, I think that's one of my proudest moments, I think, was pulling that. That was pretty cool. And then even the deep cut we missed, I even said to Tyler, I'm like, it's 300 miles or it's 800 miles. Let's go with 3. And it just happened to be the other one. But overall, I think we played really, really well. And I'm so excited to play the rest of the year with Tyler. Yeah.
Tyler, is the feeling mutual?
Oh, I mean, obviously, I'm super excited about the rest of this year. Brittany played great. I mean, obviously, Brittany is she's a powerhouse. So it's always she's the one that's always taking the lead. But I also I know this match for me, I was really scared because I'm a lot of life stuff the past couple of weeks. With finishing a class, and then I was starting a second job, so I didn't have as much time as I normally do to prepare. So I was really worried, and then round 1 happened and I was just not feeling it, and I got worried. But I'm really glad that we defended that way, because obviously this was not a game that I'm super excited about because of how much I had to rely on Brittany. As much as I know that I don't want to have to do that. So now that we're past this, the next defense, things will be a little bit more calmed down, so I'll be able to put in the work. So I'm really excited for that one. Really just excited to keep playing and keep pushing, and that As you know, that 3-pointer for Fandom, clearly I didn't know that because I didn't even know what the answer was until everybody calmed down. So I'm super proud of Brittany for that. That was fantastic. So I'm excited about this season.
Guys, I think you played great. I think we look forward to your next defense for sure. I can't really tell you who it'll be against because it could. Oh, hi, Tim. It could literally be against Mike and Matt. It could be against Jim and Brooklyn.
Book it now.
It could be against. It could be against Albert and Boatman. It could be.
I like the other two.
Yeah.
It could be against Joe and David. We have no idea. That is up to the Frenzy to decide. So you will face the winner of the Fandom Team's Frenzy, and it should be a fun time. But congratulations on your first defense today, and we will see you all very soon. Tim, are you taking people out?
I did. We're good. Everybody, hands off. Great match. Fantastic stuff. I didn't hear basically any of the post-match interviews, but I'm going to say this. Everybody deserved to be here today. I think that it's, everybody has bad games sometimes, and but at the end of the day, I think Rule 2 played really well. Kaiser played great for his first time in a title match. And Brittany and Tyler, kind of, they've already made the name for themselves, but now they're kind of like fishing out that legacy. Love to see it. So this was a great Fandom Teams match. Thank you to everybody playing and managing. Thank you to Spence and Mike for monitoring those Skype calls. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. I've been Tim. We'll see you guys real soon with another great Fandom match. Bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.